Hey, your druid has arrived, and this is just a vlog, just a little update. My camera's been a little bit dodgy recently. The viewer screen hasn't worked and it's hard to tell whether it's recording or not, and that's slowing me down a bit because I did not get a review out of the last Exorcism. And if you want to know what it's like, I'll just tell you quickly what it was like. The last Exorcism, it was a very cheap budget movie. It's a camera movie, so it shakes more than mine does. A lot of you I know don't like camera movies, which is fine, it's fine, you know. Some people feel a bit dizzy with it, I know. A friend of mine just hates them. But this movie is more bouncy than most with the camera, and it's not good. It's not like Paranormal Activity where the camera's fixed. It's a hand-carried camera a lot of the time, so it's not very helpful. The lead actor, the guy acts the lead part, I can't remember his name, but he's brilliant. He's basically the saving point of the show. From start to finish, he acts fantastic on it. The female who's having the exorcism done on her, she's brilliantly acted as well, but at times the rest of the cast can be a bit dodgy. There's quite a lot of problems with the camera work, you know, in my opinion, but it's not that scary. It really isn't. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong, it's really not that bad. It's worth watching. But all the same, rent it. Don't buy it and don't waste your money going to see it. What was I going to say? The end of the movie, it was so divisive among the people watching it. Some people loved it and some hated it. And it was a funny thing because a lot of people were going out saying they never even hinted to this ending. I won't say the ending, don't worry. They never even hinted to the ending, some people were saying. And they did if you paid a lot of attention, but honestly I have mixed feelings about the ending myself. Sometimes I'll think about the ending and say it was class, and sometimes I'll think about it and say it was just horrible. Just horrible, but it was an interesting movie rather than a good movie. I just thought something else to talk about. Because a lot of movies now are following the camera style, there's another style which is kind of the first person view, which is like the person's eyes are the camera, and there's a few shows to have done that now, but most successfully has been the Peep show, which is a British comedy. And if any of you out there haven't watched it, I'd advise giving it a try. It's a bit difficult to get into, but after an episode or two the show it picks up. It's so funny. The camera is inside the person's head, so they'll be talking to someone else, and while they're talking you'll hear what they're thinking, which is usually pretty damn funny. And it's done by Robert Webb and David Mitchell, who are both great comedians. The series is so much fun and so worth a watch. But I know foreign audiences probably don't have a good chance of seeing it, so I'd advise to download it, you know, and then if you like it you could probably order on a DVD. It's down to you. I like to do that myself. I like to illegally watch an episode or two of a series, and then if I like it I'll buy it on DVD on a DVD. I hate the system whereby everyone who does anything slightly illegal is evil, you know. I like paying money for things that I want to watch, but there's so much shit out there, and the companies flood the shelves with just awful produce because they know it'll sell, that there should be some sort of a trial system. And that's what I personally instigate. If I like something, I'm willing to pay the person for it. I'm just not going to pay them for something I'm not going to like. Well, back to the first person view thing. I seen a program, it's an American program called My Secret Girlfriend, and I seen it advertised. And the advertisement was a hot girl getting out of a swimming pool with a bikini on, which was enough to sell me in the first episode. So I went to watch it, and wow, it's another first person view. You're like the person, you know, but you don't hear any thoughts, and the person never speaks, which it's supposed to be you, I guess. But I just found the lead character acted so completely in a way that I would not act, that I couldn't, you know, I couldn't become that person. It he seemed like a bit of an asshole, to be honest. Even though he never speaks, he seems like a bit of an asshole. He's in some American city. I don't know. I can't tell the difference. And he's got two mates who are occasionally funny, but for the most part really fucking annoying. And everywhere is hot woman. Literally everywhere. From start to finish, they're dotted everywhere. They're like hot single woman in every shop, in every place. And his apartment complex must be filled with swimwear models. They're coming out of everywhere, and it's ridiculous. It's kind of, I know it's supposed to be, oh look at this, you know, it's supposed to like attract your eye, but for heaven's sake, if you just want to see hot women, just watch porn or something. It's not titillating, and it's not that good, because it's just every minute or so there's some new hot girl winking at you, and because you're supposed to be him, and I'm sitting there thinking, she would never wink at me. There's no hope. And I know it's supposed to be both titillating and funny, but the funny bits just aren't funny. Some of them are. There's the odd time I did get a laugh at it. So, My Secret Girlfriend, I was just thinking, there's no way there can be that many hot women in America in that small of a space. Not overall, yeah, sure, but there can't be like a town filled with hot single women like there is in this show. It would just be ridiculous. What else? The guy has a crazy girlfriend in it, and I don't know what to think. She's just fucking insane. She's also kinda hot. Kinda really hot, to be honest. I'm just saying that, just being judgmental. But she's insane, and he tags her along, of course, drags her along, gets it on with her every night, you know, that sort of thing, while trying to get on to other girls. I don't think I could do that. Maybe I probably actually could. Maybe I've just been too nice to myself. I probably would, but I don't know. It's kind of weird why he just does not get rid of her. She's fucking insane in it. Like there's no pattern around it. She's insane. She's got mental problems. I was saying about his two mates earlier. Yeah, they are weird. They try to be funny at times, and at times they are. But there's a scene, I think it was at the end of the second episode, where one of them has a wet dream, and it's been building up to it all episode, and everyone watches him having a wet dream. And I don't mind kind of gross out humour. I love it if it's funny. But they could have done so much for the scene. They could have made it so funny, but they fucking didn't. It was not funny at all. Oh, jeez. And I'm back. Sorry about that break. Would you believe it? My dad actually asked me to come outside and jumpstart a car. And I know nothing about cars. I'm useless about that stuff. But it's actually a lot easier than I thought it would be. But to be honest, I'm disappointed. When you see cars being jump-started in movies, there's sparks and the car jumps and there's flames. It just started. It didn't do anything, it just started and worked. Yeah. Back to My Secret Girlfriend. They're kind of going for the embarrassment humour at times. There was a scene where one of the guys has a wet dream. It's kind of the whole episode leads up to where he has a wet dream in public. And I've just saying someone has a wet dream in public, some people are like, ugh. And I'm like, that is comedy gold if you do that right. That would be hilarious if it works well. But it doesn't. It's a good opportunity for gross out humour to be done really well, and everyone's shocked at this guy, but they completely butcher it, which is kind of disappointing. Anyway, I should fix things up anyway. I need to finish this. I don't want to waste any more of your time. I am working on other things aside from my reviews. I do X Factor analysis, and there's a link in the below bar. It's just an analysis of a UK TV show called The X Factor, which is a bit like the American Idol. If you're not interested in that sort of thing, don't bother. If you're interested, give it a glance. If you like it, subscribe. If you don't, just leave it. There's no harm. I also do something called Ruin That Scene, but I've only done one video and I don't have the time to do it, to be honest. So I'll try and get around to doing it, but it doesn't matter either. It's also got a link down there. aside from that, I will have reviews next week. Don't worry, I'm sorry for neglecting you. There'll be reviews soon, and I hope to do 1 or 2 more quickly shortly afterwards. Get out to cinema, watch a few more movies. And also, I've been promising for years now that I would get a new capture device since my own old one melted. I have the money, I just haven't got around to ordering it, and I will have it, because one thing I want to do is make a few, I know that people will be hating it, but I want to do a few Black Ops, just simple Let's Plays, for whenever there's a gap between a review maybe that I haven't done anything, just release a Let's Play quickly, and then I can move on to the next review, so it doesn't, so at least there's something happening on the channel. Aside from that, I see I'm over 40 subscribers, or I might be over it by the time I release that, and it's going up and down a little bit, but that's great. Means I know more people are watching it, and I know I got a ton of reviews, not reviews, views for one of my videos, not Scott Pilgrim, it was Piranha 3D, and I kind of think it was because of the thumbnail, to be honest, and either that or because of the song that which must make a reappearance sometime. Anyway, I'm lingering on again and annoying you, so end of vlog.